Alright, so today I'm doing another video on another Crown Victoria police interceptor. This one was a Sheriff K-9 unit. It's a 2010 model, just like the last one I did a video on. This thing's got about 152 or 153,000 miles on it, I believe. It's got a lot of engine idle hours, but it runs and drives really nice. I've taken it out and driven it for a few days, and it's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of cool things to it as well. Like I said, this is a sheriff unit, so it wasn't just a normal police vehicle. It has a green, black, and white color scheme to it. The K-9 stay-back stickers and the stripes are still on it. Has dual spotlights, both Unity. They actually spray painted the hubcaps black when they were decommissioning it, which I'll have to scrub that off because I don't like that. In the trunk right here, they have a little K-9 sticker here. You can see it says right there, Sheriff in the county. The unit numbers on the windshield. This thing's actually got tints all around as well. American flag on the pillar there. Wraparound Satina bodyguard push bar in the front. And I didn't notice this until now, but it actually has the strobes right there, which is cool. Those I'm guessing are Whelen. And this thing also has a Whelen siren speaker. So if I get rid of this car, I'll definitely pull that thing out. The strobe on this one's on the corner there. That's interesting. But this antenna here, I'll get into what that does in a bit. Now up here on the roof, only thing up here that's a hole is for the light bar. You can see the feet right here. But let's take a look inside. So this actually has the ballistic panels in it. The doors are really heavy. It doesn't have the stickers on it that say ballistic panels, but it does have them. The standard 2010 window switch controls there. Unity spotlight. This thing does work. So does the passenger one over there. Moving on into the interior. Has, just like my last car, a dual LED ticket light. No center console. Here's the remote. Now what this does, interestingly enough, back here is the K-9 cage. Now this remote right here, if we turn it on, it actually comes on right there. You can program all the K-9 features right there on this screen. So you can basically make it to where the car rolls down the windows for your dog if it gets too hot, or it activates a fan. There's a fan back behind the seat as well somewhere. Yeah, right there. There's a fan. So if your car gets too hot and it senses that, it'll actually turn the fan on and roll the windows down for your dog. I've actually had a time where I left this remote on, even though I had no dogs in this car, of course, and the car was completely turned off. And the alarm started going off because it was sensing it was too hot for the dog. The middle right here, this opens, which is cool. I have it closed currently. I'll take this remote with me, if I can. Grab it. There we go. So this is a Ray Allen dog cage, by the way, too. Moving on back here. Dark window tints. Has a little Batman and the Flash sticker on the door panel. I think that's pretty cool. Mesh window bars. Here's the doggy cage. Kind of smells like dog, but we've put some air fresheners in here. It's still got to be cleaned, but haven't had that car that long. It's got a little doggy water dish back there. And more caging stuff right there. It's pretty cool. Now the trunk, nothing too special, actually. Back here in the trunk, it had a trunk tray right here, but they removed that when they took it out of service. Also the jack, a spare tire. Those are my shoes, and I put some fluids in. But that's it for the trunk. Some holes here, some scrapes. This just can be buffed out. Nothing too deep into the paint. This was originally a black and white unit. You can see the paint, but they painted it green and white for their Well, I guess the white is original, but they painted it black, or green. Originally black and white, they painted it green. The antenna's here, the holes. Still has one on the roof, but has the holes for the antenna. Now, the cool feature, it does also have a small dent right there, you can probably see. Now, that spot right there, that antenna, the brain is somewhere up here in the front passenger seat. Now, what this thing actually does is it pops open. This has a hydraulic rod, it pops open the K-9 cage. So right here, this remote, if you turn it on, shows you the temperature of the car right now, sensors, says everything's okay. You can take a step back too. Let's like stand back here. You pop it open, car honks, and it flings the doors open. Isn't that something? So it deploys the dog, and then moments later, it rolls the window down. Isn't that something cool? So, if you're driving by, this thing's kind of a pain in the neck to close. If you're driving by, you're chasing a suspect. Car does, I believe, have to be in park for this to function. We can throw the car in park and release the dog. And just like that, and deploys it. Really cool feature. And that's actually one of my favorite things about the car is that it just has the dog cage in there. Simply put, I have a big dog, and this would be really useful. Now, back to the other side. I forgot to point out a feature this thing has too. That little light up there, that actually comes on right here. So, then that does make a bigger difference than you can tell. But, just like that, goes into the pillars. Normal K-9 cage. Anyways, let's see. Where did I put the car keys? Right here in my pocket. Okay. Let me show you how many miles this thing has. It's a lot. Not miles, but idle hours. 152,000. Runs really nice. It has 11,200 idle hours. Isn't that something? Now, this being a K-9 unit, I know from law enforcement agencies I've dealt with, they leave their cars on standard because their dogs can't sit in the car without, AC going. And the law enforcement officers don't want to bring their dogs into the PD, so they leave them in the car. This has the blue radiator hose that's heat resistant. It's full of windshield washer fluid. That's the fluid I added in this. This is just empty. But this actually sat for a little bit, this unit. Has all the wires for the strobes and the speaker and stuff, but this is the antenna that runs to the brain on the dog cage. So that's how the remote actually gets reception to the car, which is cool. But anyways, this is the newest Crown Vic to the fleet. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.